Hi, everyone. We're going to wait just 2 more minutes for people to start coming in, and then we're going to get started. Thank you all so much for coming today. Okay, so we're going to get started. Thank you all again for coming. Today, we're going to be doing our communication and outreach workshop. And to get into it, Shari to introduce MCR.
All right, hi everybody. Thank you all for joining us tonight. My name is Shiree Aurora. I use she, her pronouns. I'm a rising junior at Richmond Montgomery High School, as well as the president of MCR for this upcoming year. I'm so excited that you all joined us tonight. Before I pass it over to your amazing facilitators, I'm just going to do a quick introduction of MCR. So MCR is the Countywide High School Student Government Association, and we seek to represent the views and ideas of all MCPS high school students. So we are the countywide high school student governments. We're made up of all your schools' SGAs. We represent all MCPS public high schools, and we are a member of the Maryland Association of Student Councils.
Perfect. Thank you, Shari. So we're going to introduce ourselves, and we'd love if you introduced yourself in the chat with your name, grade, school pronouns, and any other info you'd like. My name is Mahi Kunvar, and I go by she, her. I'm a junior at Northwest High School, and I am the MCR treasurer.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ashley Morales. I use she, her pronouns. I'm the MCR vice president for this year, and I'm a senior at Gaithersburg High School. And I'm so excited to get into this workshop with everyone today. So starting off with our objectives, if we can have one person read our first objective, second, third, and fourth, and just go like that. Feel free to unmute yourself or raise your hand. Can someone get our first one for us today? Arvin, go ahead.
The first objective is to recognize your strengths within communication and outreach.
Thank you, Arvin. Can we have someone else do our second one? Hannah.
Figure out how best to communicate with individuals.
Perfect. Thank you. Patty, can you do our third one?
Yay. Okay. Understand how to utilize different media to conduct outreach.
Perfect. And our last one, Michelle.
Learn the initial steps of outreach to a community.
Perfect. Thank you, everyone.
So to get started, we're going to start off with the communication portion, which is networking, code switching, graphics, and accessibility. So I'm going to pass it off to Ashley.
So networking, how do I best network and recognize my strengths within networking? Well, first you have to catch on. Get my joke there. But what does catch mean? So we're going to go ahead and send you into breakout rooms with about 6 people. In 6 different breakout rooms, sorry. In these breakout rooms, you'll start brainstorming to find an acronym for catch, and you'll pick a representative to show what your group found. You'll have about 5 minutes or so. I'm going to go ahead and create these, and the Jamboard will be put in the chat by Mahi. Thank you. So go ahead, and you have 5 minutes to go ahead and do so. So as everyone's trickling back in, we will go ahead and make sharing out a thing. So if you can go ahead and turn your cameras on so that we know everyone's here and present, but also have a representative from each group go ahead and share out what their group had. Starting off with group 1. Is group 1 back yet?
Yeah, we are.
There we go.
Okay, so for group 1, our acronym was communicate for C, advertising for A, talk for T, contact for the second C, and help for H.
Perfect. And how about group 2?
We had communication, advertise, teamwork, connecting, and helpful.
Perfect. And group 3?
We did community aiming to coordinate help.
Okay, I like it. How about 4?
So we did communicate, advocate, teach, connections, and help.
Perfect. And 5? A representative from group 5.
We did communicate, advocate, teach, compare, and help.
Great. And 6? Is there a representative from group 6?
We did communication, audience, technology, community, and help.
Perfect. So I'm loving all of these ideas, but this is what Mahi and I had come up with. Confident, able, and open to making new relationships.
Talkative, consistent, and helpful.
So make sure that you are catching whenever you're communicating and doing any type of outreach. Your examples were amazing as well. So now we're moving into code switching. So code switching is the process of shifting from one linguistic code to another, depending on the social context or conversational setting, which is something that is very known in advocacy. A professional or customer service voice, like Mahi likes to explain it, is typically used in advocacy. So this is the advocacy voice that I would use in front of you all. But if I was your friend or if we were just talking casually, I'd speak to you closer to this. Which is not really there yet, but that's just a quick example for that. But when is it appropriate or needed? So in the chat, can we have people drop when they think it would be appropriate or needed to use a professional voice?
Okay, so we got when speaking to Miss Terry for an interview, communicating with an adult. Yep. Testifying, interviews when you're recruiting, talking to the head of an organization, giving a speech. Yep. Speaking to a professional audience, speaking with representatives, presentation, professional fields, which are all pretty much what we had as well. Talking to a teacher. Yep, adults. So we had professional settings, talking to adults, conducting outreach organization, interviews, and the world of advocacy, as Ashley said. So you guys kind of hit the nail on that in the chat.
Perfect. So now accessibility is another huge part of being able to do outreach and all of this networking stuff. So the key takeaway here is if you're going to be a leader, conducting outreach, or plan on having a leadership role anywhere in general, you should always be accessible and responsive to the people around you. So what does this look like? This looks like being friendly and always saying hi to everyone, having your social medias shared as a source of communication for people so you can grow that networking base. Offer your email to important individuals. So an important individual would seem something more like what we were talking about in the chat. So like Miss Cherry or admin or important adults that you see around. Be linguistically accessible. So using those other languages. If you speak another language, use that. I speak Spanish, so we use that. And answer any source of communication as soon as possible, whether that be Instagram, emails, and keeping up on your emails as well.
So another part of accessibility is having resources compiled in one central location, so it's easy to access for a lot of people. One of the best ways to do that is by creating a website. So create a website compiled of all of your information, whether you're doing it as an individual or through an organization. You want to make sure you're making it easy, accessible, and navigable. You want to include press, publications, current initiatives, hyperlinks to register and get involved, have contact information for members, branches, and any other important people on there, and be sure to publicize social media platforms and ways to stay connected. Something else that I want to emphasize is being able to create a link tree. You can literally just go to linktree.com. It's the link right here. It's super easy to use. You can sign up with your email, you can insert links, and you can publicize different events and different things that are going on through that link tree, have sign up links on there, and you can publicize it through social media or on your website. So those are some just really quick things and pointers for you to be able to make you and your advocacy easy, accessible, and navigable. Department, but you can also kind of learn to do this on your own. And so some of the different forms of press are op-eds, newsletters, interviews, and other pieces of coverage. Best uses for op-eds are providing new perspectives and providing commentary on a current issue. Some examples you can find is if you literally search up, an SRO paper that came out, early 2021 or something like that, where you can find an example of how those are written. Some practices are to make them actionable and to be able to form a narrative. Newsletters are a great way to inform students of initiatives over a long period of time. MCR sends one every single month. These can be done through emails, and if you own a website, through Wix as well. Interviews help bring attention to your initiative and provide your perspective. And something that I want to say about other pieces of coverage and interviews is to remember to be well prepared and have the topic that you're going to be talking about researched. You want to ensure that you know everything about a topic before you're writing about it or you're speaking about it. So here's just an example of one of the newsletters that MCR has made in the past. Here you can just see that it kind of gives information about upcoming events and some other stuff that was going on, and it kind of follows a central theme in color and the way that it's set up. Next, I also want to talk about graphics and graphic making. So you can do this as an individual or through an organization, but graphic making is really important and it's key to an effective and engaging social media. So it's a great tool to use to communicate information. Some resources that you can use are Canva, which is something that I primarily use. You can use Powtoon, iMovie. They're really easy to use and they have templates to get you started. When creating content, something you want to remember is that less is more. So keep your graphics easy to read, eye-catching, and informative. So we also have social media. So utilizing social media is key to reaching larger audiences and receiving feedback. Sorry about that. I'm so sorry. Okay. Along with posting graphics and infographics, you can also do Q&As and lives, takeovers, polls and questionnaires. And all these give different opportunities for you to engage with audiences and for audiences to engage with you. Q&As and lives allow audiences to learn more and be more involved. Takeovers allow members to get to know you, and polls and questionnaires allow you to get to know other members. So we have one quick activity, which is to do the graphic breakout. And so we are going to put you guys in breakout rooms for around 6 minutes to make one graphic. And I know it sounds like a really short amount of time, but that's kind of what makes it fun. We have these different events that you guys can choose one out of to make a graphic about, and the group that makes the best graphic will win. So Ashley's going to put you guys in breakout rooms. I will drop the different events that you guys will be making graphics on in the chat, and your 6 minutes will start once you guys enter those rooms.
If it's helpful at all for anyone, go ahead and pull out your phone, take a picture of these dates so that in your breakout room, you can just pull them out and show everybody. But you have your breakout rooms open. So go have fun, use Canva, and we'll be around.
Screen one at a time from each breakout. So we're going to look through them. And honestly, I'm going to let the rest of you guys get to vote which one is nice looking, the best looking. So we can get started. Breakout room 1, whoever wants to share their screen, go ahead.
Yo, ours is so bad. Like, this isn't even funny. I cannot do graphics. Okay, let me share my screen. This is exactly why I did not sign up to be a media deputy. So that's our design. I added a little sun. Yeah. Should I unshare my
We
screen?
worked really hard on this.
Very hard.
This is amazing. I like the blue waves in the back, fitting the pool vibe. Okay.
Right,
So,
and then
guys,
matching the letters.
this is breakout room 1, and at the very end, everyone else is gonna vote. So this is not gonna be to me and Ashley. This is gonna be up to you guys. This is breakout room 1. Everyone take a look, take a picture in your minds, and next we're going to breakout room 2.
All right, I'll share my screen for breakout room 2. This was our graphic. Ignore that it says there's a pool at the Carver Educational Center. That doesn't make sense, but we didn't know where else MCR usually meets. So yeah, this is our graphic.
Okay, everyone take a mental picture, and then we're going to breakout room 3.
Is there a representative from group 3?
Y'all, I forgot what breakout room I was in.
I think I was in 3. Hold on. So this is what we got. Sorry, it's kind of small. But we were unable to finish. We had a couple little technical difficulties, but we got there.
Okay, yep, everyone took a mental picture. Then we're gonna go to breakout room 4.
Am I breakout room 4?
Maybe.
Okay.
I think
Yeah,
you are. Just go for it.
Sorry, Sherry's bothering me.
Okay, guys, everyone take a mental picture. Guys, ideally, no one should vote this group because Therese was there, so it automatically invalidates them. But since we're playing fair, I'm gonna let her be in this competition. We've got the next breakout room 5. Any reps?
I'm on a bike, but I know ours was fire, and I know I'm group 5.
I might be from group 5. I don't remember.
It's okay, just go for it.
If someone in there was biking, then you're in that group.
I don't know.
Damn. I feel unseen, unheard.
Come on, guys, you guys are hurting each other's feelings. Okay,
That's IB's group.
And yeah,
So
okay.
IB, Lulu. Are we 5 or 6?
We're 5, Ashley.
Yeah, that's Lulu's group.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I presented for group 2. I'm so sorry.
Oh my God.
That's
Whoever was
okay.
in group 2, that's who needs to present.
Honestly, me here, Alex, just go for it. Go ahead.
All right, so I accidentally closed the page and I lost the link. So, Alex, do you want to share?
Sure. Okay. This might look wonky, but this is our group. Yeah.
Interesting. You guys ended up choosing the same one as Therese. That's interesting. And then we've got breakout room 6.
I think
that's
Therese chose the same one that we did.
Yeah, Therese copied them. Therese, this is cheating.
No, this is literally slander. I think I deserve first place.
Okay, yo, breakout room 6.
I
Last
think-
one, I think.
Yeah, I think we're breakout room 6. This is kind of awkward because we all use the same one. But here's ours. So yeah.
Okay, so everyone, I'm gonna just do a little clap because you guys did that in like 10 minutes. But you guys get to vote now, 1 through 6. Put it in the chat. Okay, so looking at the chat, I'm seeing, I'm seeing a variety of numbers. So let's say everyone wins. So we're gonna move on. Ashley is having camera troubles, but she will probably be back soon. So I'm gonna continue with understanding each social media platform. Thank you guys, all of you, for making those graphics in a very short amount of time. Normally you wouldn't be on a time crunch, but just for today, I hope you guys had fun and met a bunch of people in your breakouts. So moving on to each social media platform, I think it's really important to understand every single content type and every single platform. So the main platforms which are used are Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and they have different primary audiences. So Instagram's primary audience is young people, which is probably most of us. Twitter is for all ages, and Facebook is intended for kind of older audiences. For Instagram, there's a different type of content. So those are usually feed posts, infographics, videos, stories, and live streams. The best practices are link trees, hashtags, and descriptive captioning. For Twitter, most of the stuff you'll find on there will be statements, findings, and articles. And best practices are, again, link trees, hashtags, and clear, concise messaging. For those of you who aren't really sure or haven't used Instagram versus Twitter, something that's different in terms of Twitter and Instagram is that Twitter has a cap on the number of words that you can use and characters. So you want to ensure that everything that you're saying is clear and concise. And finally, Facebook is for older audiences. Usually, if you have interviews, you can also have those uploaded on Facebook, whether it's with policymakers, legislators, because that's often one of the main platforms that they use. So next, I do not know if Ashley's back yet, but we're gonna send you guys into breakout rooms again. There's a lot of speaking, I know today, but today's all about networking. So for this I Spy event, we're gonna be teaching you guys how to utilize Instagram and any social media platform that contains relevant connections. So we're gonna put your skills to the test. You'll all be put into breakout room and have 5 minutes to look for a specific position and person. So for the different breakouts, for the I Spy, you're going to go to Instagram and try to find these different things. Ashley's position at Gaithersburg last year in her SGA, Northwood's SGA president last year, communications coordinator for Macomb Power last year, Churchill's SGA president last year, and MCR's president in 2017. So I will be sending you guys back into breakout rooms. And you guys, do you guys have the option to be able to go back to your rooms?
I just sent everyone to rooms. So
perfect. Thank you, Ashley. I should be good to go.
Okay, I'm in the Zoom meeting twice, so I just left the one I was on through my computer and I'm on the one I'm on through my phone.
Did you want me to move you to a room? Okay, so I think everyone's back. Most of you guys have gotten most of them. So let's see. Ashley was junior class president. I'm gonna pass this over to Ashley. Go ahead.
And then Northwood's president last year was Christian Estrada, like we saw. Helena was the communications coordinator for Macomb Power. Jay Wood was Churchill's SGA president last year. That was a tricky one. So if you got it, pat on the back. And then we have Michael as MCR's president in 2017.
So we're going to be going into outreach, so resources and emails for our final portion.
So when we're conducting outreach, this is what an outreach email looks like, an initial email, but you can always learn more when you go to YouTube and look at MCR's playlist, and we have an email writing workshop that is in there from last year and hopefully for this year as well. So first, this is for initial. So you want to mention everyone by name, but especially those adults. If we're outreaching to SGAs, we'll be like Miss Cherry and MCR, or Miss Cherry and MCR officers. They're just make sure that you're mentioning those adults by name. And then start with a nice greeting. Hi, hope you're doing well. Hope your summer's going well. Hope you're enjoying the weather, whatever it might be. And then state your name and position, the relevant position. Don't go listing every single position you have, especially if it's irrelevant to your purpose of contacting them. And then explain your organization or your purpose for contacting them in terms of what you want from them, what you need from them, and what you want. So if you want a meeting, put that down as your purpose. And then always give a point of contact for questions and comments, so everyone can come back to you later. And just a general rule, do not give out your phone number unless it is a trusted adult or someone you've been contacting for a long time. But just in general, do not give out your phone number.
Just some email reminders. Once you have all those resources and know how to write an email, again, just some pointers. Code switching is super important. Formality is super important in emails. And emails are a great way to get student feedback and do surveys through Google Forms and etc. Here's like a short example of a template that you could send. So here I'm going to do just a quick breakdown. Again, we did have a workshop on email writing. If you missed it, it'll be up on YouTube so you can watch that. But like Ashley said, there is a greeting, then there's like an introduction, who you're talking to, and then there's also a closing out. So that's just kind of the normal way you would be writing an email most of the time.
And then lastly, a couple of reminders before we all go. Community engagement is super important, especially when it comes to representing our student body. Engaging people is important as well, especially through an organization or on your own. Use your platform to the best ability and represent yourself and your inner advocate the best you can. Utilize public relations like social media, press, whatever it might be, and use your resources. And this does not just include things like Canva or email writing, but it also includes people such as Mahi and I.
And so we just want to say thank you all so much for coming out tonight. I hope you guys had fun and learned things that you will use throughout your advocacy journey. If you have any questions, feel free to contact MCR at our email, which is mcr.sg@gmail.com. You can also visit our website to learn more about upcoming events and what we are and what we do. And finally, you can keep up to date on our social media, which is just at MCRSGA. If you guys have any questions or want to specifically ask us anything, we're also available. Ashley's email is written there, and her Instagram is just Ashley C. Morales, and my email is written there, and my Instagram and other platforms are just at Mahi Kunvar. Thank you guys so much for coming out today again. This workshop will be up on YouTube for you guys to access later. But other than that, have a good evening.
Thank you everyone for coming.
Thank you.